Well guys, I think we ended up exactly where I said we would. We don't know how long it's going to take before the parts arrive. Well, exactly, they're a week further along. And the parts are already here. And do you know why? Well, because these are actually pretty standard parts. This gets replaced more often in Lamborghinis and Audis, so they're actually more like Audi parts. And that's why we were able to get the parts delivered so quickly. But anyway, is it all correct? Exactly. Did we actually order all the ball bearings we needed? All new nuts. Yes, for example, this is one of those nuts that's new. We have all the bolts new. Here again, 2 new nuts. We have all the seals new, all ball bearings. So like I said, in addition, we consulted a gearbox specialist to replace 2 large gears as well. As you already know, we've already shown that this one is quite worn. There's also a chunk missing. Where is that? Here. He also said this is a no-go if you reassemble it like this. You're just gonna cause so much more damage to your gearbox if you drive with this, because it will also cause extra wear. So we have that new as well, but actually at all times. If the Rambos have actually spent a long time on the track, or actually driven with a lot of power, then usually the drop gear set breaks. So those are these gears, yes, so they connect this again to your differential. This one is usually under the most stress because it handles the transmission, so it almost always breaks. The gears themselves weren't extremely expensive, 400 each for a piece of metal. Yeah, those are Lamborghini prices, yeah.
Show that little bag it came in for a moment.
Yeah.
With the one that has the Lamborghini logo.
Yeah, so some parts are really clearly Audi and some things are really clearly Lamborghini, like this one for example.
Super funny, this little bag will be down here later.
Yeah, but what I do notice is that it has been sitting on the shelf for quite a long time. You can just see that those gears have a bit of rust on them.
Yeah, you get 400 for that, right, Matthijs?
There's already rust in the warehouse folder.
Oh man, wow.
Italian, huh?
But guys, check this out for a second. It just says Volkswagen Group everywhere. And even on the ball bearing, it just has all the logos. Seat, Audi, basically from the group, yeah.
We've spent an hour and a half cleaning just one part of the differential. Yeah, grab it for a moment. And also catch the lower group from the little cover. What is this? Oh, how nice and clean it has become here, right? There's a new layer in it. Ah, you just can't hear it either. Look, this is how it was, right? Well, actually, I can even show you how it was before because it's right here on the table. The bearing, I have it right here. This is the old one. Well, yeah, of course there's no lubrication in it now, right? So there's no oil in it, but the other one definitely didn't sound like that when it came out of the packaging. It's quite worn, so we're replacing all the ball carriages. The needle carriages still look fine. We had this evaluated by a wear block expert, and yes, glad we're doing it this way. We've never refurbished a wear block, but the first cover is done. There are new bearings in it, new seals, new O-ring, new gaskets. Everything is completely lubricated with oil, everything cleaned. So if the rest of the gearbox goes like this, then we'll be extremely happy. But we can only celebrate once we've completely reassembled it. Besides that, we also just got 4 liters of oil. We're going to fill it up right away when we're done.
What are we going to do now?
Go ahead. I think we just need to do the other side of the differential. So that one over there. Okay, that one will probably have a different method again. This one was also pretty complicated and not easy to finish.
We also don't have a press-to-press things, so it's always hitting with a cap, hammering, but it'll work out.
Yeah, but hammer carefully, guys, but it'll be fine. I'm going to grab it. And I think you also ordered the carriages for the 4-wheel system, right? Is that correct? So,
we can do those too, because that's actually...
Did we mention the total cost of the set?
Not yet.
2,200 euros with a discount for the bearings and seals. If this works, we'll be very happy.
So, just one more time with the crank. Oh yeah. We also have those new rubbers, this one and those 2 small ones. As if you've done it before.
Honestly, this is really my first time, man. But doing it teaches me everything. That's what I always say. Before we obviously take it off, I always like to compare everything first. If it's good, then put the numbers on. So this is the 60-10.
No way,
I'm suddenly sweating for no reason. This isn't normal. Let me see what's going on. This really isn't a camera trick or anything. This is just genuinely real. And it's not going through or anything. It's not going through because it goes on and it comes off. So can I hold it on this side?
No way, guys. Okay, it doesn't fit completely since you can see it hanging, but you can secure it by pressing it in, just like a drive shaft.
We have a new one of these, right?
If all went well, we got all new nuts. Yeah, well, not got bought. That you can just unscrew this by hand.
Then it's all just hand tight, guys. Yeah, let's hope the thread isn't damaged because...
Basically, we don't need it, so we can leave it out.
But you need a cover plate or fluid will leak from your tank.
Is that right?
No, the thread just looks fine. But that all of this is only hand tight. How is that possible? No idea, man.
They probably use some kind of locking device.
Later, yeah, 100%. The thread looks good. But yeah, we're going to use new nuts for this anyway. Yeah, so that can't go past there. So that means my axle needs to be threaded that way.
Careless welding.
Let's indeed see what it does the other way around. Oh yeah.
Well, clear, right? What we need to loosen, and that comes loose. And then everything comes this way, I think. Let's go.
The memory card flipped out of the camera, but the casing is spotless. We're very pleased with how clean it is.
It has become. You can also see exactly where it has been repaired. Here you can just see.
Oh well, here you can see the welding work.
So yeah, we
Are now going to put back together everything we took out of here, because it's a huge puzzle. You can imagine it. And it's still a bit fresh in our memory. So we're going to put this together now, and then we'll continue with the rest. We don't want to have the entire gearbox completely disassembled lying around in the workshop. We'll assemble this one first, then continue with the other bearings. Let's go.
Well, then we can...
We can actually see the damage from below.
I meant if you don't have the special tool.
To put that thing on?
To hang it, just drill holes in your table. But I am...
Already just flabbergasted about those nuts that are on it.
look at how this looks, guys.
I do have those new... yeah.
We have those.
New butt.
We want to look good, but that's not normal, is it? And those bearings are in there.
They're all still in there?
Oh, look at this gear.
We have that one new too, right? Yeah. Great, guys.
So now...
As it were. Because...
Did we miss seeing that low cage, or was it from there?
Couldn't see one of the two cages? Because we were looking inside from the bottom. So the idea now is actually that you screw the sandwich plate into the two containers. But that you take it off.
So we need to loosen that for a moment.
And loosen this one again. Yes, and then, because...
We need to remove those bearings.
Replace them, right? That's what it's all about in the end. Yes, that's all done.
We still might be able to secure this to the table.
Right. Possibly if you were to say yes.
This, yes, while we're going to figure this out, our first time requesting the trunk of a Lamborghini.
Let the viewers have a sip of coffee, or it's evening, right? A beer. Have a beer for us.
Because this is our third day working on this, and we're being super precise.
Because if something fails somewhere, we need to know exactly where it comes from. First time baking requisition, guys. We've got everything loose, so now it's time to loosen the sandwich plates. We did see online that it required special tools, which of course we don't have. There are special clamps that go in here with threaded ends, so you can basically just lift the sandwich plates off like that. I can understand why, because here it's also in needle bearings, needle bearing, and of course those really big ball joints, or ball joints, ball bearings.
What's left here, right?
Yeah, we're just missing the potato. So many little balls, man, that's not normal. And it's surprising more gears weren't damaged, right? We stopped just in time, fortunately due to the accident. So, quickly take off that sandwich plate, no matter how fast it goes, and then we'll be right back. Well, guys, it's about an hour and a half later. We went to the hardware store to gather all the materials and, of course, to make it ourselves, right? This is our final result. Ta-da! The special tool that Lamborghini didn't give us. We didn't even ask for one. We didn't even order it. I realized that just cost money. I looked it up for a moment, such a tool. It's called It's actually a pulley tracker, also known as a bearing auxiliary tracker. And that thing cost 2 or something euros, and yeah, do you see this, what was it?
20 bucks in total. A piece of tape with some plates and some rings and little things. 16 euros or so.
Well, here you see our end result. We just need to test it, so that's what we're going to do now.
I'm looking forward to it. I just hope it works.
I'm just gonna touch it carefully by hand. I need to turn it in sync. Yeah, but let's see if it comes loose. As you saw, we did manage to achieve a little success, right? It wasn't very easy. As you saw, those 2 plates, the top part got pretty bent, but it came off. We can really be proud. Well, we've finally arrived at the bearings that it's all about. Nice play on words, huh? What it's all about, get it? So we're gonna take all of this apart in van number 4.
We also feel a bit cheated because the gearbox has already been opened at least once anyway.
All the bolts have been stripped and so on, but luckily we've managed to get it loose again. Now, if all goes well, that cover can come off and then the bearings can come out. If everything goes right, they should just fall out. Well, now it's just a matter of cleaning everything. Put in new bearings, assemble everything with new bolts. And then we have... I think we've tackled the toughest grades. We can be proud of that. The transmission experts. So if you need any transmission work done on your car, contact us and we will make it happen for you. Or not. Look, welcome back. In episode day 5, we want to work on our transmission. You see it right, we skipped one day because we didn't have a camera with us. But we assembled the tower together with the sandwich plate. Here we put in new bearings and of course tightened everything. These were the bearings that came out. You can already see it, there are no balls left in it. This is how it came out, unbelievable. But yeah, it's day 5 and it's just not working either. Hey, that's just crazy, right? So what are we gonna do today? We really hope to finish the gearbox completely today. We still have to completely clean one part inside and out. There are still a lot of liquid gaskets on it, but it's also really filthy on the inside. We also worked on the oil pump. We opened it up too, but that was recently without the camera. Yeah, but we cleaned it completely. You can also see how much junk came out of it. These are the 4 bolts that hold it in place. So yeah, if all goes well, we're going to put it all back together today. And is it a closed chapter? I hope we've taken enough pictures and that our memory doesn't let us down. And then it should all work out fine. So what do we move on with? The cleaning process indeed. This one is completely cleaned. That one is done. This one still needs to be cleaned. Like I just said, a full physical. So yeah. Guys, a good tip, if you're cleaning your gearbox and really gray oil comes out kind of gritty, etc., just open up your own gearbox. Well, that's easier said than done because you actually have to take out your gearbox first. But yeah, I would take a look because that can save you a lot of money. If we had kept driving with this, there would have been a lot of damage because everything would have gotten messed up, really everything. Otherwise, we would have needed a new gearbox, but this should help keep costs lower. And yeah, it did take 5 days of work, but at least now you have a working gearbox again.
And we've gained an amazing experience again.
By working on an agricultural gearbox. So, do you have a gearbox from a farm that needs to be worked on? Just contact us, we can give you all the tips. And yes, just bring it by. Yes, we might just be able to fix it for you, and we can be pretty proud of that. Just a beautiful day, had some coffee. Let's just get started. Guys, we've done all the cleaning. Everything is spotless inside and out, degreased. I think it's just time for us to put it together. In addition, of course, we've flushed all the oil channels in the gearbox with brake cleaner and air. They're completely clean. Look, he's really focused on how things fit together. I think the first oil's coming back again. Are we going to choose? And once we've done that, we put the oil filter back in. And then we can just build it up step by step. If all goes well, in a few hours we'll have a complete gearbox again. And yes, time will tell if we've done our work properly. During the first test drive, we'll check for any remaining gearbox noises. I doubt there will be any. Now that we've been able to inspect the bearing like this, it actually makes sense that there was so much noise coming from the gearbox. But with such an almighty V10, you just don't hear everything. There's a lot of noise and resonance in that car from the engine and exhaust. If the car had actually been a lot quieter, then of course you would have heard all of this. But we're just on time. I'm really excited. We're assembling the gearbox. Let's go. Yeah, guys, here I am. I'm really happy. Of course, I shouldn't get ahead of myself because it's not in the Lambo yet. We haven't driven it yet, but everything works. It's running super nice. We also damaged it. We put it in gear. Everything seems to be fine. As I said, don't rush. Strange noises only appear once you start driving. Then we get to the last few things. And we still have one seal to replace, and we need to install 2 new rubber rings. We're going to replace the seal in here. This is the thrust bearing that presses on the clutch. Of course, we're going to put the new ones in here. Because it's completely worn out as well, which is really due to the play this shaft has had. Up, down, back, and forth. Is this just really a worn out hole? So we're just gonna fix that completely, and then it'll be all good again. 2 new O-rings that will go in here. And then the job is done, guys. Day 5, what a task. But 2 people, yeah, 1 cameraman and 1 who actually does the real work. Did we manage to do it? We'll find out about that soon. Of course not in this episode because it already took so much time, so if you see how much time and effort went into this. Even my hair has fallen out, so give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Because the Lambo and the Honda will soon be at different events where you can see the cars. You'll probably also be able to ride along. And yeah, the Honda is obviously something totally next level in terms of power. We're also going to make a really fun episode about that, but we won't say too much about it. We're going to put the last things together, fill up the transmission oil, and then this one goes back to Coronaburg. Let's go. Here we are without blue gloves on. I have to say, we did it. The gearbox is completely filled with oil. We briefly installed a shift mechanism. This sets me apart from an E-gear or manual gearbox because you actually shift here and attach the shift cables. You know it from the episode, don't you know already? There are 54 episodes online of our shadow dust from the Lamborghini. How did we... I have to say Lamborghini because, yeah, there are enough people in the comments who say Lamborghini isn't right, but it's Lamborghini, of course. So yeah, do you know the series? It's not our shadow dust, it's a completely burned out Lambo. So we got this one from Belgium. It used to be a track car, a race car. And yeah, we managed to fix this one up with a few of our partners.
Are you curious? Click on the playlist and you automatically get into all 54 episodes.
You can imagine how long we've been working on that, about 2 years. And now, of course, this is being added as well.
So yeah, as you can see, a completed gearbox. We can really be proud of ourselves.
We've already given each other a high five because we managed to pull it off. And I'll be taking this one to Cronenberg soon as well. They'll be installing these under the car, and then we can drive again. First, the next event, when is that? Somewhere in March. I think March 26th at the Tourist Trophy Assen. We definitely need to have tested before that. Just to have done a lap, but that will be fine, I think. You'll see us at the next event. In fact, next week we're off, of course, with a new episode. Was this a workshop vlog or just a regular episode? I'm completely confused. 5 days, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and definitely check out our other playlist.
We've also done BMW damage repair, we've done a buggy, we've done a Porsche 911, so there's plenty of content online. We'll see you there. Until then.